What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Lil Man the Snapstar back at it again with another Air Force related video. As y'all can see in the title, man, we got the jobs that you can do at BMT. A lot of jobs you might want to do, a lot of jobs you might not want to do, but a lot of jobs you're going to be told to do. So without any other extra talking, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first job you got at BMT is really the main job when you in your dorm. You have the dorm chief. Now the dorm chief is basically the overseer of everybody in that dorm. So if we had 47 some people, so you got one person in charge of all of that. So if one person is jacking off, the other person jacking off, guess who they gonna come to? They gonna come to you if you are the dorm chief. So if you're the dorm chief, that's a big responsibility. Goddamn, I can't talk, but you shouldn't take it lightly. Embrace it, because it's gonna be a tough, stressful job trying to get everybody from different backgrounds on the same page. It is hard, it's hard to explain, because I thought I was going to be the dorm chief because I was older, but I wasn't. And my dorm chief in my dorm, he held it down, but he was just couldn't, it was over. But that was me watching him. Was oh yeah, I think I could do it. But if you feel like you can do dorm chief, go ahead and step up to the plate and do it. So when you line up, sometimes you might be in charge of the flight because your dorm chief is usually somebody either in your dorm or your flight. So it literally just depends, because you could be a dorm chief in a different flight. So if you're like me, my dorm chief was in band flight. He wasn't in my flight, so he was our dorm chief because he was dorm chief in that flight or whatever. So it's like that. But anyway, so when you line up, when you basically form up to the flight, you're gonna be in the back, I want to say fourth element. Yeah, you're gonna be in the fourth element, the last person. You always gonna be by yourself. So if the MTI is in the front, you're gonna be in the back, guiding, not guiding, but marching in the flight by yourself in your own rank. You got your own space. Sometimes you might have to take command of the flight when the MTIs is not there. And that's pretty much it. You just the overseer in the dorms whenever the MTIs ain't there, and you basically the first in chain in command type thing, to the other trainees. So the MTI is gonna know something, they're gonna tell you, then you tell your element leaders, and you tell the element leaders tell the element or the rest of the flight or dorm or squadron. Well, it's meaning dorm or flight. But anyway, so next you got element leaders, which is the 4 leading individuals in the front of the flight. So when you marching, you're gonna have the first 4 leading. It doesn't matter who it is, it could be anybody. Element leader is cool. I was an element leader week 6, then I ended up getting fired. Basically because I told my MTI that I knew a little bit of what I was doing up there, because basically being an element leader, I'm not gonna say you're the best marcher, but you know how to march, because you basically leading this element. So if you first element leader, second, third, whatever, you got a big job because you're the first person. So they say half flank, column left, all that stuff. You gotta know what you're doing, because we gotta follow you. So it's usually, I'm gonna say sometimes it's usually the best marchers. If not, people, they was no, we're gonna make you become a better marcher or whatever the case may be. That's just my opinion on it. So element leaders is cool and all. It's not really a big role, but it is a role that you can have. And the next one is guidon bearer, which I heard was the hardest position at BMT job ever. That and something else in B Suite, well, Pacer Forge. But anyway, guidon bearer, you already should. If you don't know, then you're about to know. It's the person that holds the guidon, the flag, whatever, the staff. You see this person when you march, and they also in the 4th element, but they in the front a little bit, a couple paces in front, 2 or 3 steps ahead of the flight. So because they're leading the guidon, so it's a lot of work. Do I recommend it? No, because no, I don't, because I wouldn't be able to do it, because that flag is kind of heavy to some. But you also get a lot of time out to practice. So if you a guidon bearer, you get to go do other like drills and stuff to practice with the guy on. If you fit like get fired, then somebody you have an alternate. So you might be, you might not be. But them are more or less like the only like 3 dealing with the flight and like your squadron and dorm. Now the next one is the stuff that goes on like inside your dorm. So you got shoe aligner. The shoe aligner, basically you got a couple people, like maybe like 2 or 3 at the max. That's a shoe aligner that goes around and makes sure that all the shoes are lined up the way they're supposed to be lined up, tight in the daytime, loosely, tied tight in the day, loose in the nighttime. And they make sure that every shoe is how it's supposed to go, because I think it was shower shoes. No, I think it was dress shoes. No, boots, shower shoes. It was something like that. It's a certain way you got to do it, but you'll figure it out when you get there. I just forgot. But anyway, no, I think it's boots. Boots, your low quarters, which is your dress blue shoes, your PT shoes, your little Nike with running shoes or whatever, and your shower shoes. And they all got to be lined up. They got to be marked and all that stuff like that, so they know whose is what and all that. Then besides the shoe aligner, you have the bed aligner, which means they got to make sure every bed in this dang dorm is straight, even, all that. Like, you should be able to look across to the next person's bed without seeing it like off or anything like that, because they will look and check. Like, they know they might just pull out the ruler if they want to. I'm just saying. But yeah, you got that. Then you got the latrine team, which is like about 5 or 6 people that clean the latrine, of course. Then you also got your latrine chief, which is like the head of the latrine crew. So, latrine crew. So you got a latrine chief, which is like, hey, if something gets dirty in here, they're gonna call that person, which I was like the latrine chief at a point in time, and they were like, hey, it's hair or this is dirty, da 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 da. Where's the latrine chief? Or they just say, you know what? Matter of fact, all the latrine crew get here. So you got that. The easiest job was my job I had was day room, which is make sure you just, it's the easiest, but it's the most tedious, because they had we got marked for so much stuff, like the smallest little piece of land checked off. But I was the day room chief, and every time something happened in the day room, like, it doesn't matter what it would, like, somebody could left the door unlocked, the light on, the iPad's door was open, somebody had clothes hanging in there one time, and guess what they got on me about that, because it's my day room. I'm supposed to hold it down. And then of course I had to get on my boys to let them know, like, hey, get it together. But other than that, you got utility room, which is basically the people that hands out the cleaning supplies. They got to make sure their stuff is clean, make sure the dust is out the mops, so it's not dirty, it doesn't stink, stuff like that. Then you got the laundry crew, which was the hardest. To me, was hard because we never really had clean clothes. It was a point in time I literally had to wear my drawers and socks like 2 or 3 days straight, because we were so backed up on laundry. I know it sounds nasty, but that's just what it was. It pissed me off, and we just couldn't figure out a routine. Like, I wasn't part of the laundry crew, but we ended up getting it together eventually, because you gotta think 50-something dudes, it's a lot, for real. It really is a lot. But you will never get your stuff mixed up, because you'll write your last name and your last initial and the last 4 of your social stuff, because everybody's different. So you will never get your stuff mixed up unless somebody just not paying attention, or you didn't mark your stuff right, or you just didn't mark your stuff at all. So yeah, but be mindful of that. And then that's more or less like all the jobs. Oh yeah, you had the hallway crew, which cleaned outside the dorms and stuff, outside in the hallway. That's pretty much just cleaning stuff. You had the sweepers. So once you did your dust downs and details, which is basically like wiping your locker down, wiping the side of your bed, basically like hand mopping the floor. You got that. Then you had the sweepers to come get all the dust up, which probably like 2 or 3 people do that. Then after that, let's go outside of the dorms. You got chow runner, which everybody hated to do. You had 2 of those. You had one to go report, one come back. It was a lot. I definitely did not want to be that. And that whole snake pit thing about getting yelled at, that shit, I ain't gonna cuss, but that shit is real. It's real, real, real. Like, if you got tough skin, do it. If not, I'm telling you right now, they more than less gonna like make you a child runner if you show like a sign of weakness. Because the guy that was in my dorm, he had a freaking panic attack, and I only seen him that day. Day one, he was gone the next morning because he like panicked, and he didn't want to like give a reporting statement when we got there. So he was like, you know what, we're gonna make you trial runner. You gonna talk, you gonna speak, you gonna do all that. So be mindful of that. So if you feel like you're soft or you like timid or shy, I ain't gonna say soft. If you like timid or shy or whatever, they gonna bring it out of you like that because they see it. Like I thought, like I said, I thought it was gonna be a lot of things, but I wasn't. So I got lucky. So, and I'm gonna drop another video about the do's and don'ts of BMT, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, you got child runner. What was the other one called? Fire monitor, which is basically the person that holds the door and basically call the elements in to come eat after the child runners is left. So, you know, he ain't just all running and there's like a single file line type thing by element. That ain't really hard. Then you got the water monitors. Basically, they the ones who's at the water station giving you your water. So when you going through the line, through the chow hall, they the one that's putting your water. They just filling up the water. You just grab it and go. So, and sometimes at first they didn't let us talk. Then eventually they started letting you like chit chat a little bit, like what's up, and you just keep it moving. Then again, you get caught. Some days it was cool. Like when like week 5, week 6, they really kind of like lax. It was like, hey, how you doing? What's up? Something like that. But at first, like no, it was just you just fill that water thing, fill the cups up, and just keep it moving. Or they like if you behind, they like start yelling, you're like, hurry up and fill these waters up. They thirsty. Like it's crazy. But I think oh yeah. So when you get to Pace of Forge, to some it be week 6. So basically, Pace of Force, you got TDLs and you got TDCs. So TDCs is your tactical deployment chiefs, which is basically like the dorm chief in a deployed atmosphere. So they usually don't use the same people for this. They use somebody totally different that's in the flight, within your flight or whatever. So I was a TDL. They told me that God on Bird, TDC, and TDLs was one of the hardest jobs in BMT. But I'm not gonna spoil Pace of Forge for y'all. I'm gonna let y'all figure that out on your own. But I'm gonna take my experience. I didn't really like it that much. I didn't like the showers and nothing like that. It was hot as freaking hell, but it was cool. It was a fun experience, just being out there and everything like that. But that's besides the point. So TDL is basically like the element leader. So you got 4 of those. So I was, like I said, I was one of those. Like, and it was a good thing because they put that in my. When I went to tech school, they actually put that in my like BMT report card that I was a TDL. So that was kind of cool. But I mean, it don't mean nothing now in operational low key, but it's still something to have to look back on. But other than that, man, the jobs at BMT, I want to say I advise y'all to like, especially like the outside jobs, like dorm chief or stuff like, well, they ain't outside, but any job in freaking BMT is gonna be stressful. It might be fun. It might be a lot of stuff because like it is a lot. But sometimes it kind of make the time go by a little faster. Sometimes it makes the time go by a little longer, depending on who you are. But only thing I can say to the people that's about to go to BMT or whatever the case may be, have fun with it, enjoy it. It's gonna suck. So if you get one of these jobs, like of course, do the best you actually can at it. But be on the lookout for more. That's it in this video. But be on the lookout for more good content. It's your boy, Snapstar, and StarLifeTV. We out. Yeah.